Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside Crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana.
This is Alfie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Damaku.
Ringside Ring!
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adler.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dicker.
This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Tasman inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe the Panther the Third, and now from the top of Metal Mountain, all the way down to all 50 states and the globe, it's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going today?
Not too much, man. It's the start of Panther Week, man. It's the start of my birthday week. Isn't that cool?
That is cool, Joe. That is cool.
It's the final countdown, man. It's the 26th. We only got one. You only got 26, 27, 28, 29. Yeah. 4 more shopping days, fans. 4 more Am I right? Yeah. Yeah, 4 more. I can count. Yeah. All right, you're going to go introduce the guest, Geekins.
You introduce it, Joe. It's you.
Okay. Let's give a war. Dudes at Ringside, welcome to the Crimson Mask, Lexi.
Hello.
What's going on? How's it going?
It's
Welcome.
good. How's it going with you guys?
Good. So if our fans aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself.
So I'm Lexi Lux. I'm dubbed as the Queen of Mean or the Queen of the Crimson Mask. Also been called the Toxic Bitch. So as you get it, I'm not a nice person in the ring.
Yeah.
So I'm known for wearing gear that is black and lime green because that is my signature. And I like things that are flashy and like kind of EDM rave style.
Awesome.
And that's what I go for in the ring.
Awesome. So who trained you, Lexi?
Well, I train with the Svensk Wrestling Syd, which is a promotion in Malmö, Sweden. And I have a few trainers, but my top trainers are Pete Phoenix and Seb Silvers. Also been trained by Lobo, Luke King Sharp, just like a bunch of different people, but like it's mainly Seb and Pete.
Yeah, we've had Pete on the podcast. He's so awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete Phoenix, if you're listening.
Yeah.
He probably will be.
Yeah. So what was like? How did you come up with the gimmick, the Crimson Mask, and?
Well, I didn't really come up with that gimmick. It was kind of given to me. My gimmick is basically a very bitchy Jersey girl with an attitude. I like to go off like on my looks and, like shake my ass in your face and be like getting over that way because I distract people and all that. But the Crimson Mask came from a hardcore match I had with Ruby Roberts in CCW. And I've always wanted to do hardcore. I love the concept of bleeding and blading and weapons and all that. So we had an amazing match that actually became one of the first female hardcore matches in Scandinavia.
Oh, wow.
And we killed it. And she broke my nose. Blood, beautiful. Became like, had the Crimson Mask all over the place, was bleeding all over the ring, and it became a thing because not many girls go out there and let themselves bleed the way I did.
Exactly. Yeah. So we've had Ruby on the podcast before as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah, Ruby's awesome as well. So
Another good person.
yeah.
She is great. Besides that, she broke my nose. But
Oh yeah. So,
but
besides
that was. It happens in wrestling. It's I got really cool black eyes from it. So I mean, who am I to complain?
Yeah.
it makes people more popular when people break their nose, because look at Becky Lynch when
Yes.
she had her nose broken by Nia Jax, she just became even more over.
It became a T-shirt. It sold big T-shirt.
So there you go. You know?
Yeah.
So how did the crowd react to your match? Was it like there was loud pop, or were they just like yay, like normal?
Well,
pop?
they were like on and off, like loud and then not loud. They were more loud when it was like when something crazy happened. So when I mean, you kind of like when I got the chair shot to my face, you heard it break my nose.
Oh.
And that the crowd was like, ooh, like really loud about that. But I like continued on in the match because I didn't realize it was broken or whatever. And then they were like kind of making noise or whatever. But like the second time they actually were like, was when I had done my first blade job and came out from under the ring, from under the apron, covered in blood. And they were like, holy shit, she's bleeding.
Yeah.
And I guess the reactions, it was like, I think they didn't really know what to expect from a women's hardcore match, but they all seemed very pleased at the end of it.
So what was the craziest spot you've ever taken in a hardcore match, you'd say?
Oh, that was definitely the chair shot.
The chair shot to the nose was the craziest spot you ever taken?
Yeah, because it's like I've only done one hardcore match, and that was that. And we had some spots that were intense and stuff, but they were all super safe and everything. But that spot just became like a shock because it was supposed to hit my forehead and it missed and hit my nose. And I was not ready for it to hit my nose, so it was like, But and the spot we did with the blading, that was pretty fun because I crawled under the ring and had my little razor blade there and did the little cutting, and then she just like grabbed my feet and just like dragged me out, and like the blood was just like all over the place and like dragging out with me, and it was fun because people weren't expecting it.
Yeah, women's hardcore matches are becoming very more popular now.
Yes, after Britt Baker did her whole thing, it became very popular.
Yeah, I mean, it's been coming popular nationwide because we just had a hardcore wrestler from Canada on our podcast. Her name is Jules, and she does like deathmatch wrestling, and she doesn't care, you know. She's awesome too. So
there's another one you should just check. You should definitely check her out on YouTube. Her matches are they on YouTube? Because I looked at one or twice. They don't really pop up too often. I guess maybe because they're really hardcore and YouTube's kind of super sensitive.
Yeah. But yeah, Tommy Dreamer actually had to come up to her and say, "Let me take a look at that." Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I aspire to do more hardcore matches and death matches because I just find it so much like fun, the thrill of it, and I've always been like into gore and horror, so death matches just felt like it's meant for me, if you put it that way. And I can take a beating, so that's always good.
So what do you prefer, tacks or Legos?
Tacks. I like that. We had a tack spot in the end, the finish of our match, but none of them got stuck in my back, and it made me really sad because I was hoping to like get cool pictures with my back full of tacks and everything, but no, they didn't want to get stuck. So
maybe next time.
Yes, next time I'll definitely do.
Next time you'll be like, oh, it's like, damn it. It's like, next time I don't want it. Yeah.
There was a video, I think I posted on my personal Instagram page a few days ago. It was 13 years since the famous match between Randy Orton and Foley when he did the tack spot. It's been 13 years since that famous tack spot.
Wow, I'm getting old, Joe.
You see it when you cringe when you figure that you lived through a Randy Orton tax spot, and you see 13 years fly up. You're like,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah,
that's intense.
yeah. How old is that Mick Foley and Cactus Jack? That Mick Foley and Triple H match from the Royal Rumble.
Didn't look that up yet. I have to find out.
Dude, how old is that match then? That's probably 22 years old then.
Yeah.
22. It happened in January of 2000, right? So
Lexi, who is your like if you could put like what's that thing you always say with the door, Lance?
The Forbidden Door.
Who would be your Forbidden Door death match that your dream match would be?
Britt Baker.
Okay. Britt Baker, yeah.
I think that would be fun. Or Ali. It's like hard because I have to like pick girls that I know would do it.
Yeah.
And I know they would, and they'll do it flawlessly. So that would be fun.
Britt would be a fun match, though.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's great.
Yeah.
And she's a dentist, so she could help you out if you broke a tooth.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there any spots you refuse to take, or any deathmatch spots?
No.
No.
I'll do it all.
Yeah.
A little bit psycho like that.
I'm sorry, Lexi. There's people that we've asked that question to, Lexi, and they're like, "Oh, I won't do this. I won't that." And then I'm like, "That's not really a fucking. That's not a real death match. If you can't take a certain spot. I know there's kind of like rules to people. But like, then it's not a real death match if you're afraid to take it, right?
Exactly.
So would you say that doors are the new tables? Because I've seen a lot of on the indie promotions now, they're starting to use doors instead of tables and just putting people through doors.
Yeah, I mean, I guess doors feel a bit more brutal because they're a bit thicker. Because usually the tables they use in wrestling are made to go you're made to go through them, so they break easily.
Yeah.
So doors would be a bit more hardcore if you put it that way, because they're thicker and it would take a lot of force to break one.
I thought they were easier to break, the doors.
I feel like they're not, because I've seen so many tables that we use in wrestling, and they're like nothing. They're like you can poke it and it will break.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what's your favorite food, you'd say?
Oh, my favorite food. Ooh. That's a hard one. Well, I like Italian and like Indian and Mexican and stuff, but there's like this one thing I'll never get over, and it's like the most basic thing. But in my hometown in Jefferson Township, New Jersey, we have a bagel shack called Lock, Stocked, and Bageled, and I have to go there every time, and it's been there since I was a little kid, and you can't compare. So that would probably be my favorite. Like, it's not because I can't say that bagels are my favorite food, but bagels from there are.
Bagels from New York are awesome. You gotta try bagels and pizza. That's what New York is known for. So
absolutely,
yeah.
So what is like the town you live in Sweden? Like, what is like the best place? If me and Geek went to Sweden, where would you bring us for like dinner or like to hang out? What kind of place would you bring us to?
I am not a big fan of Sweden, but where I live, the town I live in, it's great in the summer. We have like the best beaches. So definitely getting like drinks at the beach would be one of the things to do. We have this thing called Pinchos here in Sweden, and it's like this like concept restaurant. You order everything on an app, and it's all like tapas style, so it's like really like small portions, and you order a lot of them. And they have like really fun drinks and everything. So that's like a fun place to go if you want to try something new. But otherwise, Sweden is kind of boring.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you came here to my town, my small town, literally, I'm not lying. It's a small town that's a one light. So there's a good pizza place in my town called John's Worth Avenue. I could bring you there. There's a nice like fancy restaurant called the Gimmick that has like nice beers and like nice mixed drinks they have there. Geek, where if we all came to Long Island hang out, where would we go?
I guess Napper Tandy's.
It's like a
It's like a bar.
like a bar, like a hangout, like a dance club.
But then we have to have Long Island iced tea.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
Yes.
They gave you. Would you get mad if they gave you a can, or would you want them to make it fresh at the bar?
I probably want it fresh at the bar, but I'm not against cans. Like, I'll almost drink anything when I want to.
Yeah.
I'm a big beer person. I love beer. My favorite's Guinness. It's the best beer.
Yeah.
Do they have any unique beers in Sweden or?
Well, we have like Carlsberg, but it's like just standard beer.
Yeah.
We probably have more, but I just haven't like explored it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty basic. Like if I go to the bar, I just get like a standard lager beer.
Yeah.
So I'm not so good at exploring.
Yeah, we talked to all the British wrestlers, and they they always tell us you guys got to go to Nando's, and I'm like, what is Nando? What is this Nando's they talk about?
Yeah, I wonder too, because one of my really good friends and wrestler coworker, Dan Evans from Liverpool, he always talks about this Nando's. And I have no idea what he's talking about. He's like, and he'll like send me pictures. He's like, look, I'm at Nando's. And I'm like, okay, this means nothing to me because I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Every British guest goes, bring it to Nando's. I'm like, okay, is this code for go into this person's house? They're gonna hit us in the head with the metal bat and then tie us to the chair. What is Nando's?
Nando's is a restaurant, I think.
I think it's a restaurant that's kind of like fast food mixed with like more fancy, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like my vague description of what I've understood from Dan, but
looks like KFC to me. Whatever I saw when Geek said
it looked pretty good. And I'm like, we have to go to Nando's, Joe. If we go to the UK, we'll go to Nando's. That's it.
Yeah, right? I have to do.
So my mom's gonna be like, okay, Joe, how much do you have left in your wallet? I'm gonna open it, and the fly is gonna come out. This is literally
that was like literally me. I took a trip by myself just for funs. I went to Dublin and had a lot of fun. And then I like get home and then my mom's just like, oh, so did you buy anything fun? And I'm like, oh, I drank everything. I mean, I went to the Guinness factory. That was fun. Watching how that beer's made.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me. Like we want to travel to a bunch of different promotions when we go to like England, and I'm already saying
right now COVID's hard though.
What's that?
Yeah.
Right now COVID's kind of hard to travel right now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
But eventually we'll get out.
Yeah.
We'll even have to go by your neck of the woods and go check out some of your promotions.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So what kind of promotions do you have in Sweden?
Well, we have mine, which is or it's not mine, but the one I belong to, SWS, and that's in Malmö. And then we have 2 in Stockholm. Mm-hmm. We have Stockholm Wrestling, which I am on the roster there, and we also have Freedom Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not that there's not that much in Sweden, unfortunately.
Like, are the fans like devout? Like, there's like certain people that have been to the shows all the time and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we have like, of course, like super fans that know everything about wrestling, and they're the ones who can detect when you botch.
Yeah.
And then we have the people who just go to watch people fight while having a few beers. A lot of people in Stockholm that come to the shows. There's a lot of people who come, but it's like you can tell that they're not quite sure what's going on, which is good. Because then you don't got to worry about them seeing if you did something wrong or instead of doing a clothesline, you accidentally do a lariat and stuff. So,
yeah.
But they're good fans.
Yeah. Pete was telling us the fans in Sweden are very hardcore. Like for example, they'll put up the fingers and then Pete would yell at him, was like, "Who are you?"
Mm-hmm.
Like some little kid would put up the middle finger over at Pete. And it's like. In his mind, he's laughing, but at the same time, he's like, It's like, who teaches this kid right here?
I know. Yeah, well, kids in Sweden, they're raised differently. I've learned that because I was raised in America, and I have a lot more manners than Swedish people. And I have I grew up by, respecting your elders. And then I'll be at my friend's house here and I see them curse out their mom. And I'm like, you can't do that.
My mom would kill me and hide the body.
Yeah. But it's it's different here. They raise you different. And it shows when you're not born here. You can see clearly that if I do that, I will get my ass beat.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Like an ex-cop, he will hire his friend to destroy me.
Yeah. Exactly. It's different, but I mean it's fun, I guess. But in my opinion, I do think that children should be allowed to be children, and they shouldn't be, forced into learning curse words or doing very adult things at a young age. But I mean, to each their own. They're not my children, so I can't decide.
Yeah.
They do what their parents let them. And I just have to live with it.
Yeah.
What would you say your favorite wrestler is right now?
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss? Another Alexa Bliss right
there. Why did she kind of come back? Just keep seeing her on the things, and then she does the things
Everyone
she's married and she's on her honeymoon right now, so I guess she'll be back after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
Yeah.
I just fell in love with her because she's short and I'm super tiny also. So I'm like, if she can do it, so can I.
Yeah.
And then like I said before, I like Britt Baker. I like Mandy Rose. I mean, that's a controversial one because people are like, she can't wrestle and blah, blah, blah. Maybe not, but she plays her role really well.
She plays a good character, though. She has a really good, so.
And that's that's a part of being a wrestler. You have to have both.
Exactly.
You have to be able to work your way around the ring and be safe with your opponents, but you also have to be able to portray your character.
Yeah, I mean, for example, if you can't wrestle, you could play a very good heel and you get that heat. As long as you're not hurting anybody, I guess that's all that counts.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I understand that a lot of people don't like Mandy Rose, but she has been the longest reigning NXT champion right now. No one's giving her that credit.
I know.
That's good.
And her wrestling has improved a lot.
A lot.
She has become a lot better than where she was when she had the whole Otis storyline.
Yeah.
So I think moving her to NXT probably did her really well. It's better than when she was on SmackDown.
Another name you could throw in there, Baron Corbin.
Yes.
Baron Corbin, because everyone's like, "Oh, Baron, you can't wrestle. I'm like, but he's doing his job. People hate him. People legit hate him. So it's
it's fun because I started out as a babyface and did a heel turn, and then because I work better as a heel because I have attitude and I can be bitchy. But my mom, she's trying to understand the concept of wrestling because she doesn't get it, but she's starting to. And I have to go over with her every time she comes to one of my shows. I'm like, you have to boo me. You have to. And she's like, why are my daughter? And I'm like, because my job is to make people hate me.
Yeah.
I can't have somebody start getting all oh, yay, go Lexi and stuff, because then other people might follow. And that makes my job a whole lot of a lot harder.
Because your job is to make people hate you, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole point of being a heel. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
You want to make people because the whole point of being a heel is that when you're in a match and it's babyface against heel, your job as a heel is to make the babyface look like the better wrestler, even if they aren't.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to be a good well, you can be good in the ring, but you have to be sneaky and you have to cheat a lot to be a heel. Meanwhile, a babyface, they're very like they fight clean.
Yeah.
And it's your job as a heel to make sure that if they're struggling, showing that they're the like better wrestler, then you have to make sure that the crowd understands that.
Yeah. And your job is also to make the face look really, really good.
Oh yeah.
That's your job. So, and if you're not making the face look really, really good, you're not doing your job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
There's a wrestler actually, Joe might know who I'm talking about. You know, Johnny Collins.
Yep,
He's
Johnny
Collins over in the United States. Well, the thing is, he's a heel right now, but people love him. So it's very hard for him to get over as a heel.
Yeah.
Because he's just so over and his promos and everything, people like to hear him talk. So,
but his voice sounds like he sucked a helium pipe.
Oh, that's amazing.
Sounds like this when he talks. He has a really high pitched voice.
But that's amazing.
He's awesome though. He's awesome. He's a great heel.
But he can cut a promo. But he has a really annoying voice.
He's kind of like Jimmy Hart. I put him.
Oh yeah, the famous Jimmy Hart. Yep.
Like you know how Jimmy Hart has that squeaky voice like this, right?
I kill you, man, and like like.
That's
then you're like
that's him.
Can't hear him.
Yeah.
Legend.
That's him right there. So, but he's great. He's
been champion for a long time now in VPW.
I think since December. What was it, December or November?
I think December, December, around that time when he won the belt.
Yep.
Like, do you collect anything, Lexi?
Do I collect any? Cats. I collect cats.
Oh boy.
Well, I haven't gotten so far yet, but I have two. One black cat named Boo, and he is 11 years old. And then I have I don't know if I want to call him Ginger because he's half ginger and half white. And he's 4, and his name is Poe. But I want more.
Ginger. He's a ginger white.
Yes, he is. He's super funny. He's like the funniest cat I've seen. Like he's so skittish and runs around, and like my cats, they like wrestling. They like wrestling each other, which is very fun to watch. They take after their
those matches. You can be like the heel referee, be like, 1, 2, 3. Oh,
yeah. Like the black cat Boo. He's the heel. He's the oldest, and he's dominant. And then like Poe will attempt. And like Boo, he'll just like take his paw and just like push him down and be like, nope. And it's hilarious. I can literally entertain myself by literally just watching them do their thing. I'm a crazy cat lady. I collect cats.
Yeah, that would be one of the mods questions. You know, ever so spiffy. So
yeah,
you should watch our show when we go live usually. So
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't really collect stuff. I'm trying to think if I ever did. I collect tattoos on my body.
I got tattoos.
Lovely. I love tattoos. Gorgeous.
Yes. I got one of Slimer on my thigh from Ghostbusters and a special Olympic tattoo on my leg.
That's awesome.
It's Slimer with the proton pack on with hot dogs hanging out of his mouth.
I love it.
Yes. I didn't want the hot dogs. I want him to like, you know, when a cop sees a perp and he's like, stop, freeze, like holding his gun, but I wanted him holding the proton gun. Oh yeah.
Cat.
Yeah.
It's a new follower.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wanted him holding the proton gun, like, no, get away from Joe and protecting me.
Yeah.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. And
I did not understand what happened there. I'm just like, what's that? Why is there a cat?
It's a cat. It's a sign.
It's a sign.
Yeah.
The cat dances.
That's our trademark.
I did not know that because I was like, I heard a sound. I'm like, what is that? I didn't get it at all, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna bop around with you guys. Just
Yeah.
pop it.
Yeah.
Pretend like you know what's going on. Which I never do. I never know what's going on ever.
It happened. And me too. When I'm at work and something goes, the lights go off. I'm like, okay, was that me thinking why I don't want to be here today?
Those are my Twitch alerts. You know.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So if I ever get a follower, they pop up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So.
I feel like an old lady. I'm literally only 24, but I still don't know my way around Twitch or Discord.
Oh,
I haven't figured out Discord either, so
it's just like confusing. I know, like my best friend, she added me into a Discord chat because we role play sometimes and do Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh wow, cool.
So she added me into this chat, and I'm like, "What's going on? What is all these people type?" I didn't get. I feel old.
Yeah. Me and Joe have Discord, but we haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah,
you don't know how to do it, Mike.
All these new things are tough. It's the same thing like TikTok. Like everybody's doing it, and I'm like, okay, I can get a TikTok and try. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand how to do what everybody else is doing.
I put your promo on TikTok.
Oh, cool.
It's up there, yeah. I didn't know if you had one. Now I know. I could just later on send me.
No, I don't have it anymore, but I think I'm gonna open one again because I know a lot of my favorite wrestlers. They're on TikTok, so it would be fun to follow them
You
there.
can just send me your TikTok when you reopen it again, and I'll tag you.
Absolutely.
I'll tag you in it so you can see your TikTok. Yay!
Yay!
And you
I
can
always cringe at my own promos, though.
You did a good job. You can send it to your friends and get more views on it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm good at doing it, like cutting promos and stuff. But it's like, I feel really good about them. But I'm really self-conscious, and I always want to be the best at what I do. So I'll like go back and watch stuff and be like, ugh, why did I do that? Why? Ew. And just like beat myself up about it.
Yeah, it happens, you know.
Where are some places you would love to travel to?
Well, Dublin was one of them, and I did that. I want to go to Italy and Poland because I have that in my blood from my dad's side. He's of Polish and Italian descent, so that would be fun to like go see where I'm from. I would love to go to Iceland and Fiji. Fiji. I want to live in one of those houses where they have like the stairs down into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool, but it's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I'm trying to my brain is like turning off, so I'm like, what other countries are there in the world?
United States.
I do want. What'd you say,
Joe?
You said something, and then
United States. United States.
Well, duh. I'm dying to go back home. So
yeah,
just let us know if a geek does live on Long Island, but if there's like a show, if you come to New York,
yeah,
let us know and we'll come to the show. If I'm available to come to Long Island, I'll definitely come and like we'll cheer you on and stuff like that.
I love you. You have to boo me.
Oh, I'll boo you, but after the show, we'll give hugs and high fives and have beer.
Yes,
together.
of course. Yeah. That would be lovely.
Yeah, you have to say your podcast sucks or something like that.
I'll be gentle about you. Just grab me by my shirt. I'm like, your podcast sucks, Joe. But I'm short like you, so it couldn't be like lifting me in the air. Like we're the same height, so we'll be just staring at each other.
Are we though? How tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
Oh my god, so am I.
We'll be staring at each other eye to eye.
Yeah, we're gonna stare down.
Short people stare down. You'll be like, Geek will be sitting down. You'll be like, stupid jerk, Geek. I'll give you a wedge. And Geek just stands up. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tease Joe.
Yeah, I literally had that like with certain people. I'll be like in their face and then they'll like stand up and I'm like, I'm going to go away now. Bye.
I'll tease Joe.
Yeah.
How tall are you, Geek? Like 5'5"?
Yeah. I'm like the giant. I'm like Joe's Andre the Giant right there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Andre,
yeah.
you did this with another podcast. I said, you don't know me very well. What do you mean I just did this? Geek, get him. And he just jumped up and the guy ran.
Yeah, that's fun.
The clip's on TikTok, by the way.
It's on TikTok and it's on Instagram.
Have to check that out. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
And Geek never does really storylines. He's not good with that stuff. So Geek's like, no, Joe, no.
Yeah, we play into it. So
he never plays into it. It's like he's literally like Andre. He can never do the ad lib right.
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, they have like a little podcast where they do these like little skits and everything on their. It's like a vlog they do, and they do skits every so often, like comedy sketches and stuff. You gotta check him out. His name is Papa Dank. It's pretty funny.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Is that the kitty? That's the
kitty.
kitty.
This is
man.
Poe.
Hi, Poe.
He's
Oh,
the
is it
ginger white one. And he's
Ginger
not
white.
happy right now. I woke him up just to show him.
He's like, you woke me up for this, Mom?
He's wondering probably why I'm not asleep because I am an old lady and I go to bed at like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So he's probably like, why? Oh, did not have to he just scratched my stomach, but that's fine. I love him. Please get your butt out of my face.
Yeah.
That's what you get, Mom.
Actually, oh, now he's.
This is a flashback joke from our first episode.
We've had that happen on the podcast. Our friend that likes ROH, we were talking about ROH, and I was saying something, and the cat just turned into the camera and headbutted my camera.
The camera went down.
And he did the Chris Benoit.
That actually happened. It's actually a funny story. It's sad now, but it's like still a funny story. I was at my friend's house and they have 4 cats, and I was doing a online seminar with Lou King Sharp's dojo, and it was with the late Jimmy Rave. Great guy. It's really sad that he passed away. But we're like, he was trying to be serious and like talking to me and telling me things to do and stuff, and then all of a sudden the one cat just like walks up to the camera, turns his butthole to the camera, and stands there for like 5 minutes. And I'm trying to push him away, but he kept coming back. So Jimmy Rave, he saw my friend's cat's butthole.
Oh, jeez.
It was funny then, but now it's like it's sad because he deserved so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know a girl that's like
he was the best heel in ROH right there.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone was doing that wrestling thing. He was just so serious right there.
Yeah.
It's like he was good at it.
Yeah, and he's such a nice person.
Oh.
So nice. I really enjoyed that seminar with him. So when we did the seminar, like he was fine, or at least he portrayed himself as fine. So it came as quite a shock when first he had to amputate his limbs, and then the fact that he passed away. I was like, what? No. Because I was looking forward to having more seminars with him or eventually working with him. It's just a shame.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I remember the day he passed away. I freaked out. I think Geek sent me the message to Jimmy Rave. I told him. I think you told me.
Yeah, I was so upset that day. You know.
Yeah.
I was so upset that day.
It was sad, and it's like the same thing when Brody Lee died.
Yeah.
When they did the boots in the ring with his wife and his son.
That was sad.
Oh, I cried my eyes out. I'm like, no, this is awful. Well, not awful. It was like beautiful, but it's like it was so sad and so emotional, and I cried like a baby.
It was sun in the ring and everything. That was that brought me tears to my eyes. That was so sad. You know,
it was. But he left a great legacy behind him. So
yeah, totally.
That's good.
So, if our fans would like to buy any of your merch or an 8x10, where can they find it?
Actually, I don't have any merch right now. I'm working on that. But I did have like signed prints that I somehow sold out. I don't know what happened there, but I don't mind. But this is good. But I'm gonna get more printed, and I usually put everything on my Instagram page because I am shit at trying to figure everything else out.
Yeah.
So I had a guy from Germany message me on my like Lexi Lux Facebook page, and he wanted to buy one, and I just went through there. Like I sent him one to Germany and go through PayPal is usually what I do because it's easy.
Okay.
I like simplicity.
Yeah, simple stuff is the best stuff, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So
exactly.
So, do you have any upcoming shows also?
Well, we have the 4th. I have Freedom Pro Wrestling in Stockholm, and then not May, the 4th of June. I forgot to say that.
Yeah.
And then I have another one like with Stockholm Wrestling in the summer, and there is a show in Malmö in the end of May. I'm not doing a match there, but I might do some managing because I gotta support my my dojo, if you put it that way.
Yeah.
And support everybody who are doing their matches and everything. So there's a few, but it was more hectic this April. I had shows every weekend, but now it's slowing down a bit, which is boring because I love wrestling, but it's also nice to have a little break.
Yeah. So I have one more final question.
Mhm.
If you give advice to anybody that wants to become a wrestler, what advice would you give?
Don't give up ever. And first bumps, you're gonna hate your life the day after. You're probably gonna be sore. You might feel a little sick, but don't let it discourage you because it gets easier. And always follow your gut feeling. If you're in a place that you're training and it doesn't feel right for some reason, the trainers are weird, the people you're training with are like off or whatever, don't be scared to move promotion. Because I did that and it turned out to be in my favor. I have had so much more work with where I am now. And I would let things discourage me before. Botched matches, things that went wrong or whatnot, or what people would say. But if you let that get to your brain, it's going to lead to your demise, basically. So basically just do you and make sure you're happy. And be ready for being sore, but that just comes with it.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory.
Lexi,
Yeah.
thanks so much for coming on the podcast, by the
Thank
way.
you for having me. It was an honor, and I love being on a podcast from guys from the East Coast like I am.
And we know how late it is there, so we thank you so much for staying up.
And also, we are your first American podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are, and I'm very happy that you are because you guys are great, and I love what you're doing here. It's amazing.
And it's also the week of my birthday, so it's always
Yeah.
So
Got to
happy
celebrate
birthday.
that with Long
Happy
Island iced tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
I'm Joe Panther III.
I'm Metal Geek.
And
I'm Lexi Lex.
And we will catch you in the next one.